All right, so here he is, the former UFC middleweight champion, Anderson Silva. The pro record doesn't look like it did a few years ago, DC, but most people still inject the name Anderson Silva into the discussion of the greatest MMA fighters of all time.
It's because Anderson is doing us a favor every time he steps foot in the octagon. He could have walked away and protected the record, but the lure, the draw of fighting still is pulling at the Spider. And every time he walks in there, we're getting to witness greatness. You feel it when Anderson Silva walks up the steps. I remember staring across the octagon and going, holy cow, that's Anderson Silva. And he has that approach. He has that appeal to everyone that gets in front of him, not only in the octagon, but in life. One of the nicest guys you've ever met is Anderson Silva. And a renewed focus on recovery and physical therapy has allowed the great Anderson Silva to compete deep into his 40s, DC. You ain't going to 45. There's no way. 45. Ain't no chance. You're going to voice a video game. I'm going to voice a video game. What a great idea. All right, well, you can argue in terms of prospects coming up in this division, this man is as well-rounded as any fighter in the weight class. Tonight believes he'll have the striking advantage, but not afraid to grapple if the fight goes to the ground as well. Well, when you possess that type of skill, when you have all the abilities, you're not afraid of where the fight goes. This man believes that he's just better, and he has proven that every time he stepped into the octagon. He is well-rounded, and many say it, but this kid is well-rounded. And he has shown it in his octagon appearance. Yeah, comes from a great camp, gets a lot of different looks, and health is wealth. When he's been healthy, he's looked like one of the best fighters in this division. Jon Jones, one of the greatest of all time, finds himself in yet another big spot here tonight. Our tail of the tape for this middleweight fight. All right, now for the particulars, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC middleweight champion and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, Anderson, the Spider Silva. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC light heavyweight champion, Jon Bones Jones.
Referee Herb Dean will handle the action in the octagon. All right, so here we are, the MMA leader back in London, England. It's amazing to think back to UFC 75 when the UFC first came to the UK. Now you're talking about 25 shows in the United Kingdom, but a few markets as rabid about mixed martial arts as London is.
And the moment you saw guys like Michael Bisping start to fight in the UFC, he seems as though he was alone. Now there are a number of English fighters who dream of headlining this arena.
Yeah, that punch was blocked. Trying to establish the jab early on here. Oh, how good is that elbow? Shades of my man Kenny Florian landing that thing in tight, and we'll see if he goes back to the well with it later in the fight.
When you're chest to chest, you got to be a bit creative, and throwing elbows like that one will allow for you to get in the lead in the fight.
Nice straight right lands. And another straight finds the target there by Silva. Just misses with the left hook. Jones leaning on the kicking game here tonight, DC. Pretty good strategy early.
And that is usually what he leads with. He's a great kicker. He's a guy that has a variety of kicks, spinning kicks, knees, side kicks. He kicks in so many ways that you never truly know where he's coming from. Oh, big elbow.
Unable to connect with a right hook. Both fighters throwing heat now.
Real quick leg kick.
Maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night. Oh, my goodness. Oh.
Beautiful technique on the straight right hand. All right, well, good news is he rocked him. Bad news is he wasn't able to finish the job, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, you don't get those opportunities very often. You got to take full advantage of them when they're presented to you.
All right, late round action here, and we know Jon Jones is a five-tool player, but at least tonight it has been about the striking, and he has been sharp.
Well, he's a high-level striker, John, and it all comes down to his range and distance management. He keeps you at the edge of his strikes, and by doing that, he confuses his opponents. Tonight, he has all those tools going, and they're working at a rate that he probably couldn't have even expected.
All right, 20 seconds to go in the round. Oh, and he tags him with the straight hand there. Beautifully done by Silva. Oh, what a way to end the round. Saved by the bell. He got stunned by a huge shot right before the horn. And now, a little bit gingerly, he makes his way back to the stool. And he's only got 60 seconds to recover here, so we'll see if his corner... All right, so there's the end of the round, and the tide has officially turned. A huge head strike to stun his opponent. We'll see which corner can adjust here moving forward.
I mean, they've got to be celebrating. They've got to be happy. Everything's working. But the other side has to be concerned. They have to figure something out, make some sort of adjustment to try to change the tide of this fight.
All right, 5 minutes in the can. Here we go now with the start of round two. Jon Jones and the future UFC Hall of Famer Anderson Silva. All right, then a left.
Nice job blocking that punch.
Oh, nice land there by Johnny Bones. Mike Winklejohn told me before the fight you haven't seen 30% of what Jon Jones does in the gym, and starting to show you some of those new wrinkles here tonight.
What a great job getting that kick to the target. That right hand hurt him a little bit.
Huge shot finds the target there.
Great shot lands. Now he's got to go find that follow-up attempt. The kill shot is what they call it to go and end the fight.
Spinning back fist. Starting to look to finish him now. Well, Silva's forehead is bleeding now. Cut is open. Back to his feet. Still plenty of time to go here, round two. That is it! Jon Jones! That has got to feel good!
Oh, man.
We send it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 2 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Jon Bones Jones!
All right, so John Jones back on the proving ground here tonight and adding to his appreciable legacy as he gets it done by knockout.
He did a great job of setting up his strikes that ultimately led to him finding one that ends the night. John Jones is one of the greatest fighters of all time. Part of it is due to his mind. Tonight, his mind was on full display as he set the traps he needed in order to get this knockout victory.
And if you were listening to what he was saying during fight week, he essentially called his shot, predicted the knockout. No TKO tonight. It is Johnny Bones Jones by KO.